Yo world, it's your boy Mike B, and I'm back with another episode of This Is Real Rap. Now last week I got an email from a young lady who said, Mike, I got some things I'm trying to make happen, man. Get some plans off the ground, make a better life. But every time I get started, I stall out. I'm losing traction. Help me out. I said, all right, sis, all right, tell me your process. She says, well, the first thing I do is I set some goals and then I try to achieve. I stopped her right there. I could tell you what your problem is. It's the same problem I have. It's the same problem everyone has. You got holes in your goals. And anytime you have a hole in your goal, all the energy, it doesn't matter how much, all the energy you bring forth starts slipping into them holes and hitting the ground and you can't get no traction going. Now I'm gonna give you a few examples of what a hole in your goal is. Number one, you're not bringing forth enough emotion. You're not mixing enough emotion with your goal. See, it's easy for somebody to just walk into a gym and say, I'm 450 pounds, I want to lose weight. That's not going to get it. You got to have some emotion. You got to have a strong why. Why am I doing this? Because I don't want to die early. I don't want to leave my children. I don't want to fall flat from heart disease. I want to live. Now that is emotion. That is emotion. You got to take your thought, right? It starts here. You got to put that right into your body and bring forth that fire in your belly and in your heart and your past experiences and everything that makes you want to be better. You got to mix all that together, put it back in your head and let it stew for a while. And then you got to shoot it into the universe. You got to bring forth that emotion. Now I'm going to give you an example. So a mother lives in an apartment building, right? She has 2 kids. They cut her lights off. They cut her gas off. No food in the refrigerator. That mother has one goal and one goal only, and that's to provide for her children, right? She just can't think that. She has to summon a certain type of emotion, mix it with that goal, and there's nothing in this world that's going to keep that mother from realizing that goal. You know why? She made it personal. A lot of times I hear people talk business and it's always business, but sometimes you have to make personal decisions. What's going to make you empty your bank account? What's going to make you stay up all night? What's going to make you make those sacrifices? Personal. It's got to be personal. You have to take that emotion, mix it with your goal, and that'll plug it straight up. All right? Number 2, another hole you might have in your goal, you get vampires hot on your trail. You got vampires on your trail, and every time you try to put some positivity out, they suck that positivity out and put 2 or 3 negative things right back in. But here's the problem. Those vampires, they're not pale, they're not bald, they don't have long fangs. These people are beautiful. They wear suits and ties, right? They wear nice dresses and got long hair, and they answer to names like stranger, friend, family. Y'all ain't hearing me. These is people that's right in your mix. And if you go back to folklore, right, you got to invite a vampire into your house. So it's partly our fault that we telling our big dreams to these small-minded vampires, these small-minded people who have but one goal, right? And that's to take the dream that you trying to birth and make you miscarry. You hear what I said? They're trying to make you miscarry the dream that you trying to birth. But it's partly our fault, so we got to look for them, right? We got to spot them. We got to say, vampire, get away from me. Huh? I don't care what you do. Reach to your higher power. Look deep into yourself, but you got to recognize these social vampires and keep them away from what you're trying to do. And if you do that, you plug up a hole. Number 3, this one is very important. It's called the diving. It's called the diving. See, one thing people got to understand is anytime you're trying to achieve a goal, you might feel like you by yourself, but sometimes you need some help. You just can't do it alone unless you're a farmer and you're just going to grow and live off the land. But a lot of times we do things and we think we're being independent, but we're actually interdependent, right? We interdependent. We depend on other things to make our goals come to fruition. Right? But what we don't understand is oftentimes we need that help for a specific reason. And here's the analogy. Everybody listening to me, you are a diver. Right? Your whole mission is to dive on a board, dive into the water and make a big splash. But here's the math. You're the diver, the diving board, right? That's your craft. That's your gift. That's the thing that God, that the universe gave you as your skill, right? And the water, that's the people. That's the masses. That's the world. That's the marketplace. So what you do is you walk out to the edge of that diving board, you jump up, and you try to make what? A big splash. And the bigger splash you make, the more successful you are, right? So you happy like, man, I made a big splash. Everybody knows me. I'm getting a little recognition. But then you figure out you can't seem to go any higher, right? So a smart man knows that if you run out there and you jump extremely hard, and when you get in the air, you twist your body in all these weird ways, and then you splash right into the water. So now you happy you made a bigger splash. But a wise man knows you're the diver. Can't change that. You can't change your gift, the diving board. And you definitely can't change the water. The only thing you can do is take your diving board and put it on a higher platform. You hear what I'm saying? You gotta mingle with people on a higher platform. You can't stay down here with these small-minded people. You gotta go up there with people big. If you're the most smartest person in the room, you better switch your room. You feel me? You better switch your room. You need to be the dumbest person in the room, because now you're about to learn a myriad of things. You're about to learn so much, it's gonna blow your mind. But you gotta put your diving board on a higher platform. Let's take the Olympics. You can jump off that 3 meter, make a nice splash. But what if your talent, your gift was up on that 30 meter, right? But up there, that's where the players at. That's where the people who make moves. Those is your circle, your resources. Those the people you reach up to. But a lot of times, people don't want to do that. They want to stay down here on their diving board and do it on their terms and be the shot caller to all things. They don't want no help because they don't want to be the boss. Most people's mentality is, let's don't work together to get there. How about I get there first and you work for me? You hear what I said? Let's not work together. How about I get there first and you can work for me? You can't do that. You can't do that. You have to be a professional diver. And a professional diver understands that I will make a bigger splash from a higher platform. Those are just a few holes that you might have in your goals, right? So think about it. What holes do you got in your goals? And how can you plug those holes? And the math is, even when you plug those holes, new holes gonna appear. But you gotta be cognizant, you gotta be watching, you gotta be waiting. Soon as another hole comes, you plug it up. I want y'all to stay motivated. I want y'all to keep that fire going. And I want y'all to know that to the end of time, we gonna grind. It's your boy Mike B. This is Real Rap.